Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Sarvadevaya Namaha. Om Jai Shri Ram. Hello and welcome everyone. Let's move ahead to Chapter 3, Part 4. There was an incident a few years later that made us realize we could no longer keep such a close watch on her. I came early one morning and found the servant on guard that night fast asleep. Martha's bed was empty. She was nowhere to be found in the palace. So I searched the grounds. Something told me to go down to the river, where I found her. She was in the middle of a conversation with the river, and she seemed to be scolding it. I sat quietly nearby. Finally, she turned and saw me. Still in her scolding mode, she was not at all apologetic. "What is it, Mata?" I asked. "What brought you down to the river so early in the morning?" "Last night the river took the life of an ox. Now, what will that farmer do? How will he plough his fields? It was not right." "How did you know this, Mata?" "I saw it in a dream," she said. "It was clear as could be. The ox had wandered off and came for a drink, but she swept the animal away. Now, that farmer must be in a sorry state. It rained last night very heavily. Perhaps the ox slipped. Perhaps it wasn't the river's fault at all," I said, not quite knowing why I felt the need to defend the river. "You may be right, Meenakshi, but still we must help that farmer now." When we returned to the palace, Rajkumari told Janak Baba what had happened and insisted that they bring a new ox to the farmer. "But how will we find this farmer?" Janak Baba asked with some amusement at her insistence. "I will find him," she said. And so Janak Baba asked me to go to Kiran, who was in charge of the animals, and have him bring an ox. Kiran was an old-time servant like myself. His father, like mine, had served in the household. He was known for his special care of all the animals, and Rajkumari was very fond of him for this reason. She would often sit with him while he cared for one or another of the animals, and she would tell him how to treat an animal if it took sick. I too liked to sit and watch him when I had the rare opportunity. He spoke to the animals as if they were his children, and I found that endearing. Kiran was a slight man, attractive in a certain way, more due to his manner than facial features. His complexion had a darkish hue like mine, but I thought this due to the many hours he spent outside in the sun. There was a certain familiarity between us, both having been brought up in the same household, although there was also a modesty, and the words between us were few. Kiran would do anything for Mata, and so, as soon as I told him about her dream, he brought one of our oxen to Janak Baba. He later told me what happened. Janak Baba, Mata Sita, Kiran, and the ox made their way down to the riverside, asking one farmer after another if he had lost an ox in the night. None of them had. "Sita, perhaps what you saw was only a dream," Janak Baba said after some time. "It seems all the oxen are safe." "No," she said with determination. "I know it to be true." They trudged further down the river. until at last they came to a farmer who was in a sorry state over the loss of his ox. His was a small plot of land, and he had but 2 oxen to help him plough his fields. The disappearance of one was a great loss indeed. When he saw the Maharaja bringing him a new ox, he was beside himself with gratitude. But the Maharaja would take no credit. It was Sita, he said, who insisted that we come. She saw that your ox had drowned in the river during the night. Take this animal as a gift from her. Thank you. If you like this part, please do press the like button. Subscribe and share. Thank you. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Jai